The World Cup spot is secured, but now what was once a fast dash has transformed into a long, grueling marathon. This shift in perspective came sharply from USA Rugby's head coach, Scott Lawrence, signaling a pivotal moment for the Eagles as they prepare not just for immediate success, but for sustained growth and consistency through to 2027 and beyond. During the intense qualification phase, Lawrence and his coaching staff were already strategizing with an eye toward the future. Their focus wasn't solely on the short-term victories, but rather on building a strong foundation, assembling a solid core of players, fostering team cohesion, and crafting a game plan so adaptable that the team's performance wouldn't hinge on any single individual, especially not the player wearing the number 10 jersey. The recent victory against Samoa perfectly encapsulated this philosophy in action. It wasn't a win born from sheer luck or a fortunate one-off moment. Instead, the Eagles systematically wore down their opponents through superior fitness and disciplined execution. Captain Jason Dam highlighted this by sharing, "We were confident in our conditioning for the full 80 minutes, pointing out how stamina suddenly compounds as the game progresses. In the critical last 8 minutes, the USA regained control and executed crucial plays. Their previously shaky lineout, which had hovered around a 60% success rate in earlier matches, suddenly transformed, boosted by newfound confidence and sharper technique, resulting in sustained pressure and momentum." Coach Lawrence is keen to remind us that the scoreboard alone doesn't tell the whole story. A result doesn't always reflect the quality of the process, whether good or bad, he says. This mindset is crucial for a young squad that has recently lost key veterans like Greg Peterson and is transitioning forward without other contributors such as Dylan Fawcett, Bryce Campbell, and Nate Augsburger. Dam's temporary absence in July for positive family reasons was felt deeply, and upon his return, his leadership stood out as a galvanizing force. He naturally pulls the team forward, Lawrence notes. Self-scrutiny within the coaching ranks also plays a significant role. Between July and August, scrum coach Blake Bradford thoroughly overhauled the team's scrum, leading to a solid performance the staff could truly be proud of. This mid-cycle adjustment exemplifies the Eagles' commitment to constant improvement, identifying faults quickly, making targeted corrections, and consciously avoiding the trap of just working harder on areas that aren't yielding dividends. Beyond the senior team, nurturing young talent is equally vital. By earning a place in the expanding U20 Junior World Championship, which now includes 16 teams, the USA is creating a clear pathway for emerging players. This developmental runway aligns perfectly with Lawrence's vision of year-round integration of players through the ranks. Several promising prospects, like Rick Rose, hailed as today's top lineout strategist despite missing recent matches due to injury, as well as Max Schumacher, Connor Buckley, and Brandon Harvey, the latter sidelined by a hamstring issue, have already been brought into training camps to gain exposure and experience. Looking ahead, November serves as the next major evaluative milestone. Injured players are expected to rejoin the squad, and selections will be fiercely competitive week to week. The coaching staff intends to maintain 2 fully competitive squads at camp, rotating and layering player combinations to build a core foundation that not only aims for success in the 2027 World Cup, but is robust enough to span 2 World Cup cycles. The Eagles have earned their ticket to the global stage. The true challenge now is converting that entry into an unmistakable presence, a team with a distinct identity that isn't reliant on a single star, a dependable set piece that travels with the squad, and a collective conditioning and mentality tuned to seize game-winning moments. This process has just begun, and the timeline is clear and ambitious for USA Rugby. For fans wanting to watch these exciting developments unfold, Flow Rugby is the go-to source, streaming all United Rugby Championship matches live in the US via their website and the Flow Sports app. Alongside, Flow Rugby offers extensive coverage of major competitions such as the Investec Champions Cup, EPCR Challenge Cup, Currie Cup, Top 14, Super Rugby, and more. plus comprehensive match archives and replays. Stay connected to the rugby conversation on social media with Flow Rugby. Follow on Twitter and Instagram @FlowRugby. Watch coverage and highlights on their YouTube channel and join the community on Facebook. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this long-term system-driven planning the best route for American rugby's growth? Or might the focus on a marathon, instead of capitalizing on the current sprint, risk losing momentum and fan excitement? And considering the heavy reliance on youth pathways, how soon should we expect these young players to take the reins and lead on the world stage? We want to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with Coach Lawrence's vision, or do you think a different approach might better serve the Eagles' quest for global rugby relevance? Share your opinions and join the debate in the comments below.